We're in today with the GT 630. This is a 2013 video card from ASUS. It's got 384 shaders, 2 GB of VRAM, DDR2, Samsung, running at 902 MHz on the core clock, 900 MHz on the memory clock, 64 bits bus width, and today we're gonna pair it up with this i7 6950X with 10 cores and 20 threads. Very interesting video card. It looks very dodgy because I was hammering that shroud back in the day, so I can fit it in a small form factor, but the best thing we can do, jump in a couple of games and see how it holds. Let's go. The best thing I got here in Battlefield is 1024 with low details. So with this resolution, you can see I got like 60 FPS, and this is the most important thing, 60 FPS. Let's see, can we get somebody? Look at this. Okay, so I got 1.1 gig of VRAM allocated in this situation with this video card, 300 only process. So it's doing the job in this case, but the only thing I need to do here is to try to find the right performance for this. Seriously. So I got the core on maximum load, you know. I put a fan underneath in order to get some airflow because that radiator is bended with a hammer and it's a passive cool video card, and I want some good temperature on this one. It's like yeah, I had no mercy to this, and you need to understand. I'm actually surprised on this resolution. This video card is holding pretty well like this. I got 40 degrees with an external fan. I'm not complaining about it because this is a good way to cheat this video card, to make this video card work, you know, put external fans on it, make it work with low temperature, maybe do some overclocking. If you find it and you have a spare one, this is what you can do with it. On the system side, I got like 15-16% load on the CPU, no stress, 40 degrees with 6.1 gig of system RAM utilized. That is a good performance from this computer, you know. So this video card can actually help if you're interested on building an old machine. You manage to find it super cheap, the processor, the main board, and you look at this video card and you say, you know what, I can do this. You know, I can actually achieve this performance with this video card. The only way you can make Dragon Age run with this video card is putting the whole thing on 1024 with lowest details. That's it. But if you put it to lowest details with this resolution, you're gonna get 60 FPS, and it's fascinating for me to see this. Oh man, I call it low-end GPU display. No, it's not GPU. Seriously, it's a low-end display adapter. You know, but if you manage to find it very cheap like I found it and hammer down that radiator, that's a very stupid thing to do, you know, and put it in an old machine, because I tried to put it with an i3 3rd generation and I wanted to see how it's performing, but that was the thing I wanted to do, you know. You can see that with this video card you get on this resolution playable FPS, 60 FPS. But this is very important because some people already got the library, you know, they already got the games, you know, maybe you got some old games or stuff, you know, and you can make this video card run good for you, you know. I wanted to use this as a media center, you know, it's got I think it's got HDMI and stuff, you know, and maybe you can use it for office work and stuff like that. But if you're going for older games, you can see that it's doing a freaking nice job, you know. This resolution is not very high, you know, 1024. I mean, it was back in the days my favorite resolution, but now you can see that there is a chance you can play the game with this. So I will take it as a big win because it's utilized. I'm sorry, it's not utilizing, it's allocating 1.3 gig of VRAM, nearly 600 megabytes of VRAM used or processed, and it's giving me in some situations 60 FPS. But when you are in a crowded area, I see it's got like 44 FPS. This is the most intense place because there's lots of NPCs here. 37, look at that. So 37 on minimal, 37 on 1%, and yeah, I think this is the most important thing, to see how it's utilizing the video card in a very intense location. So it does the job. On the CPU side, I got like 13% load on the CPU with 7.5 gig of system RAM. That's not a problem because usually with an i3 and i5, you can actually see that you can have the same performance, you know, because the i3, i5 is going to be what, 40-50% load on the CPU. I will call this a win from the system side because it's not very, I should say, important to the game, you know. It's important, but not very important, you know. 10% with the CPU. Okay, so it does the job, you know. It shows that this video card it's capable of delivering some very interesting FPS. So in a Dragon Age, maybe you can fiddle with different settings, you know. Maybe you can keep it with this resolution and put more details, or try to improve the resolution with low quality. Depends on you. Depends on you how you want the game to look and behave, you know. Only for fun, I put everything on maximum to see what's going on with the video cards. You know, I want to see if it's loaded. I want to see the light, you know. There's a lot of light here. There's a lot of effects. Oh man, this game looks actually insane. I never thought, you know, I'm playing with old video cards with everything disabled or low quality. He looks so dark and grim, you know. With lights, effects, enhanced light, you can see it's got 14 FPS, 13, nearly 1,400 megabytes allocated. So it's maxed out, and the only thing I have to adjust is the light, you know. Let's go with full dynamic light and see how it's holding there, you know. See how it looks and how it's performing. I know it's not going to look the same, but yeah, definitely it's gonna, hopefully it's gonna improve the performance here, because here I got nothing, you know, but I got 160 watts consumption. Okay, so now I'm on full dynamic light, you know, halfway through the light, and I got 30 FPS. The only difference I see here is that the memory allocation is now 980 megabytes of VRAM, but I got like almost fluent FPS. I mean 30 FPS, I mean fluent, you know, because that's the cinematic requirement here, 24 FPS, but 28 FPS apparently it's achievable here. Okay, so quality wise it's good. Even with full dynamic light, you can actually see it now, little edges here on the around the water that is making this quality a little lower, you know. I'm not judging, but it looks very funky. So I think the best way I can do it to go on lowest on static light and see how it's performing there. Okay, this is static light. You can actually feel the, you know, the effects on this game now. It's a little lower. That amount of light was I should say, allowing the game to look very polished, you know. In this occasion, no transparency, no light, barely a couple of flares, you know, on the lens, you know, but that's it, you know. But I got playable FPS now, hundreds of FPS, still maximum load on the core because I got 140 on average, you know, 600 allocated and 300 process. But in this case, the game is playable with this GT video card, you know, from ASUS. I think this is how it needs to be, you know. It's okay, you know, like this. This is 1080p with maximum details. You can go different type of let's try. Okay, so I put maximum light here, DirectX 11 enhanced light. I put medium quality, and I put 720p in order to see if I can make playable FPS here. This is good. I put 800 by 600. I want to see how it looks. So I'm full enhanced light with 800 by 600 and medium quality, and I got 50 FPS. It's based on the water. It doesn't have any edges, you know, and it feels more transparent. There's a lot of options for this video card in this game, and this is the most important thing, you know. So maxed out the core, 6 gig of system RAM, and around 5-10% load on the CPU. Easy on the system side. Oh yeah, I freaking love it. This is a very important game on 1080p with low details. You can see I got around 50 FPS. This is good because usually with this video card I don't go on 1080p. I will take other routes like 900p or 720p in order to play this game with this video card. But the question is, this video card and this game, why you have them, you know. But if it's an old library, I cannot complain, you know, because you're restoring a computer. You want to use that computer as a second machine, or maybe some old games. So yeah, I think this is a great choice, you know, this game with this video card, because there's a lot of options, and I'm very proud of this video card, how it's performing here, because this is 1080p. I will never not put it 2013, you know. I will not put it with 1080p, and then 900p or 1360 66 or something like that, it will be ideal. But with low quality, you can see you have a standing chance here with playable FPS. Frame time is everywhere, but you know, the FPS it's not. Seriously, I wish I had 60 FPS, but lowering the resolution will fix that. Let's go around this building because I want to pass it and see if it's working better. See, after I'm leaving that building, it usually goes much smoother, you know, maybe because of the castle, I don't know. You know, I have to play around a little and see on the map how it's performing everywhere. But around building with NPC, you're gonna get low FPS. This is the guiding point for me because it shows me that if I adjust it with 900p or lower resolution, I will get a constant FPS. But now I got like 97% load, 100% load on the core of the video card, 41 degrees. It's holding okay, you know, with that external fan that I put, you know. I don't know how it's performing without the fan. I don't care because I want this video card to have it for a very long time. So it's passive cooled. I don't know even the thermal paste how it's underneath. I would definitely like to check it out, but I remember correctly because I only used it a couple of times and I changed it long time ago. I don't know if it's good, but hopefully it will be okay. Performance wise, I'm okay with this video card, you know, but I'm on 1080p. Not the greatest resolution, but the performance is almost there. So I will take it. You know, I will take this performance for this video card. All right, 720p in Fortnite with this video card is gonna be very interesting because it's holding pretty well here with 60 FPS. Not a bad performance from this video card. Let's see if we can actually average this because the performance it's almost there with the video card. No discussion. This averaging okay, 55 FPS on the average, 1.2 gig of VRAM allocated and 600 process. The game is utilizing the video card okay-ish theoretically. There is not a lot of things I can do here. I mean, there is, but I have to use a render scale, you know, and that's the only thing, that's the only downside in the situation. 100% load, 44 degrees on the video card score. This is actually good on this occasion. Come on, bring it back. Where are you going? Come here, you plonker. On the system side, I got like 20% load on the video card. It's good, you know, considering what video card I have here, you know, the system doesn't have any problems. This is a good average performance from this. Okay, I put 75% render scale. I want to reset this and see how it's holding. With 75% render scale, theoretically, it should have playable FPS, no? What do you think? After I change the render scale a little, you can actually see it becomes more fluent. The GPU is still maximum, 42 degrees now. It's not maxed out, but it's holding okay-ish now in this condition. Seriously, every single time I'm playing with a video card like this, I'm reaching top 10. Every single time that I'm putting a video card, like a high-end video card, like RTX video card or some good video card, I can barely reach top 20 seriously with the video card. I'm top 4 with this video card. I'm so excited, seriously. Every single time it's happening like this. Top 3. Look at it, they're fighting there. Should have been there. Top 2. Oh, that was disgusting! But if we're jumping in Farlight with this video card, you're gonna see that on 720p with, you know, smooth preset is holding okay-ish theoretically. It's doing the same thing like in Fortnite, you know, but in Fortnite I had 75% render scale in order to get this performance. But here with normal preset, you know, you don't have render scale, you're gonna see that the performance is with 100 FPS. 1.3 gig of VRAM allocation, this is good. And in this situation, the most important thing is to see how it's performing with this amount of core and VRAM. Look at this. What an awesome performance from this video card. 98% load on the core, 43 degrees. It's holding okay-ish theoretically, but most of the time you will see that the video card has no problem on this occasion. This is what I want from this video card. So in this occasion, 800 megabytes of VRAM processed. It's averaging around 75 FPS on minimal. This is the most important thing ever, because if I want to play the game, I need at least 60 FPS on minimal. And apparently it's offering me here, but with 720p. Smooth preset. It feels okay even on this resolution with this amount of quality. So in this case, Farlight knows how to utilize this video card. So in a situation like this, I will not say nothing bad about it, because yeah, it's okay. Good combination, good performance, everything is good. On the system, I got 9.1 gig of system RAM utilized, 10% load on the CPU, not a big problem. I think you can utilize this video card with a lot of things here. This is a very fast-paced game, so you need 200 FPS. So if you have, let's say, a high refresh rate monitor, there's a lot of people who manage to find good deals on high refresh monitors, and they bought it because, you know what, they thought it would be a good idea, you know. And they have a GT 630. What can you do? Well, you lower the resolution, you put low quality, and you take that output from the high HDMI and you send it to the monitor, and you're gonna get 100 FPS on refresh rate. Seriously. In GTA 5 with 720p with 100% render scale on lowest details, you can see that with 100% load on the core with 39 degrees, you can barely get 40 FPS on average. You know, it's allocating 1 gig of VRAM. This is good, you know. It's got 2 gig of VRAM, this video card, but it's only processed 666 megabytes of VRAM. Okay, so let's go and see how it's performing on the main street. Managed to reach 700 megabytes now on process and 1.1 gig of VRAM allocated. Let's see, I think it's gonna reach even higher number, but depending on how fast I'm going, usually. In this situation, I have only one option. I go on the render scale and try to put it on low. Seriously, this is the most important thing ever, because if I use that render scale, I will get a playable FPS. Or lower the resolution to 1024, that will be very ideal, and then I think that will be the playable FPS. Because the game, when I started, knows how to do a little benchmark, you know, and it showed me 1024 with 0.6 on the render scale, you're gonna get the performance you want. So if I don't get now, that I'm not getting now the performance I want, I think that is the settings I have to put, you know, follow GTA 5's advice. Let's try 1024 with 0.6 on the render scale. Almost 60 FPS. Is very fluent. I got under 20 ms, 1.5 gig of VRAM allocated, and one process. This is the only way I can get nearly 60 FPS with this video card in GTA 5. I don't even dare on going online, because if I go online I will get a lot of problems. But in this situation, you can actually see if I take a drive with this car with 100% load on the core, it's gonna start lagging a little, you know. I got 1.6 now, 1.8 allocated, and 1.3 process. It's utilizing the video card. I'm very proud of this. Seriously, I'm very proud of this video card. 2 gig of VRAM allocated and 1.4. What an awesome performance from this. Seriously, it's utilizing it properly. You see, managed to reach 1.5, then it dropped to 1.1. What happened there? I don't know, it managed to flush the VRAM. What the heck? In World of Tanks with 1080p and low details, I'm gonna push this video card here to see how many FPS we're gonna get. I got only 800 megabytes allocated and 400 processed. It shows me that the video card has got some kind of efficiency here. Efficiency, because I got 100 FPS in World of Tanks. This video card is efficient, it's powerful. This is it. This is the best game ever to put on this. This is a freaking nice game to be on this. Still holding 800 megabytes of allocation, 386 of megabytes of VRAM processed. Temperature wise it's good, you know, on the video card, but I'm pushing the air with a fan externally, so I can keep this passive cool video card okay. On the system side, still didn't manage to reach 10 gig of system RAM, that is good, and 50 FPS on 1% and minimal. Low details in World of Tanks is not the lowest, it's got minimals, but in this situation with low details, you can see it's got a lot of texture, you know. This is performance mode for World of Tanks. If I'm interested on going on medium details with this video card, I think I have to lower the resolution in order to get that playable FPS. But in this case, with this quality and this resolution, I will take it, because this is how I would like to play World of Tanks. If I want to find purpose for this, it's going to be very easy, because it's got DirectX 11 support. I can find a purpose with it because of that low profile compatibility. I can take that bracket off and I can mount it in a small form factor computer, because it's passive cooled, not like my one that I managed to hammer it down. Normal computers, I think you can put it inside and have a very quiet computer, because they are very decent, you know, with new thermal paste, of course. Office machine will be ideal, media machine will be ideal, all games will be ideal. Managed to see today a couple of games that were running really nice, you know. But if you pair it up with games like World of Tanks or Fortnite or Farlight, or games that are much easier on the video card, you're gonna see that is holding even today with lighter games. And I like it. I like this idea of purposing old hardware with a different type of task that doesn't force you to upgrade to a new hardware. You know, if you can do a couple of things with a machine like this, and you can hold yourself on not buying a brand new one, I will call this a big win. I understand, you know, there's a lot of new games that needs to be played, you know, but do remember there's a lot of old games that needs to be played. Some of them, they don't require high-end computers. Some of them just need a video card like this, and that's it, you know. So yeah, I like it. I recommend it if it's cheap or next to nothing, but that's it. If you have any suggestion for this video card or for the system, leave a comment, smash that like button, and I will see you very soon.